Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you the activity which we do very frequently, float and sink activity. We do this activity many times using different objects and in a different setup. Sometimes we take water in a bucket or in a tub or in some big container. We take different objects and we see which object floats and which sinks. Every time we do this activity, I try to give her different perspective and I try to observe what she learns from that experiment. So just watch this short video how we do that, and then I'll share some of my thoughts how we can make this better. Thank you.
Hi Navisha. Wait. What experiment we are doing today? Float and sink. Okay? So you have water. What you need to do is you need to put something in water and you need to see whether it float or sink. Okay? First of all, take 2 candles and put it in the water. Candles. Okay. Put it in the water. See. Wow. Is it floating or sinking? Float. Very good. Now put the lemon in the water and see what happens. Where is it? बताओ. तो sink हुआ या float हुआ है बेटू? Sink. Okay. Now put your small plate in the water, pink colored plate, and see what happens. Is it floating or sinking? Float कर रही है. Okay. Now this spoon. Okay. Put it in the water. Okay. Boat चला रही हो? Move your boat. Suppose the pink plate is your boat. And row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily. Excellent. आप बोट चलाते हो ना, आप देखो वाटर ऐसे कर रहे हो, उसके अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में बोट जा रही है, लाइक दिस. लुक एट दिस. ऐसे आपने वाटर चलाया है, अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में बोट जा रही है ना. वेरी गुड, वेरी नाइस. नाउ कैन यू पुट द क्लिप इन द वाटर and see what happens? Oi, where is it? Sink हुई या float हुई बेटू? Sink हुई. Okay, can you do something with the apple? Apple देखो कहाँ जाएगी? Float हो रही है, sink हो रही है? So few things float, few things sink. Okay. Now try it with the prism. This mountain, take it carefully because it's glass. So see whether it floats or sinks. Carefully. Okay. Where is the prism? It's in the bottom. So is it floating or sinking? Sink. प्रिज्म. ये जो माउंटेन है ना बेटू, अच्छे से देखो, बहुत सारा हो गया है. बताओ माउंटेन कहाँ गया आपका? वेयर इज माउंटेन? तो सिंक हो गया ना. ठीक है. नाउ यू वांट टू रो योर बोट. टेक द बोट एंड रो इट. आप इसको चलाओ, देखो अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जाएगी. एंड सिंग टुगेदर. रो योर बोट.
So friends, did you see how we have done the activity? Now when I shared this activity with my friends, I got some messages that they were worried their kids are not doing the activity this sincerely, or some of the moms were worried that they are not understanding float and sink. Some of moms are worried that when they give the setup to the baby and they just create a mess and they start playing, they don't want to do the activity. But that's completely fine. I would like to share some of my thoughts. My objective here is not to show you the activities which we do, but to show you what can we do and what should be the better approach to make kids learn and to make them curious. So my objective here is to make her curious, to foster creativity in her and logical thinking in her. Here I am not focusing on the actual science experiment. Even we have not discussed in many experiments the logic and the science why this thing is happening. But at least what we are doing is, whenever she sees something, she try to identify that the object is floating or sinking, and she will think herself that what can be the reason. Even when we have done the activity, then she tried putting the apple on the plate and then observing whether it floats or sinks, putting the clip on the plate, and all those sort of activities. Basically, she was trying to learn what happens when she puts something in the water. And regarding the terminology, she knows floats and sink because we are doing it from quite a long time. She understands the terminology. Don't worry if you are doing it for the first time, or maybe if your kid is not saying float and sink, that's completely fine. The objective is kids should learn that few objects rise up in the water, few objects go to the bottom of the pot, and whatever terminology you use for that, it's okay. Second thing I would like to convey is, you might have noticed that when I have asked her to float the plate in the bowl, she was rather interested in rowing the boat because she enjoys this activity. So she started doing that. I should not force her that time that no, we are doing float and sink, you need to do putting the object and observing floating and sink. Because if we do that, their creativity and their willingness to learn, willingness to play happily will get affected. So when she tried to do that, I got a clue that what she is trying to do. So I have sung the song row 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 your boat, and usually she sings with me with action, but that time she was busy actually doing this thing, so she was not interested in singing. And you might have noticed that she knows float and sink, but when the last object was put in the water, she was telling it wrong because she was becoming impatient to row the boat again. So it's okay. Whenever you do some activity with the kid and kid is trying to do something different, let her do whatever she or he is trying to do. Because this is the way they will explore. We want them to explore. We don't want them to follow a fixed path that just do this and you need to do this way. They need to find their own way how they are trying to do. So if your kid doesn't like to sit at one place and do float and sink, that's completely okay. Most of the kids enjoy water play. So you can do this activity while bathing also. When you give her water time, you can take along some toys and just throw the toys one by one in the water and make it excited for those kids. Oh, your teddy bear is floating. He knows how to swim. Okay, see what happens to your ball. Oh my God, your ball is going down to the bottom. It's sinking. Ball doesn't know how to float. So you make it interesting for the kid. Every kid is different. We need to embrace the fact that kids are different. They have different talents. They have different behavior. They have different way of doing the thing. So don't compare your kid with anyone. And most important thing, you need to find out what works for your kid and take the clue and accordingly plan. Whatever you are trying to make him or her learn, there are various ways to do that. Even in our day-to-day activities, in our household tasks, in whatever we do with the kids or in front of the kids, 24 by 7 we can make them learn. So our objective is not to focus on making them learn float and sink or making them learn some of the activities which we have seen some other kids are doing. Our objective should be to make kids learn how to learn. That is really important. Once they become that curious, once they start exploring the world, once they start observing and playing around with the things to see what happens, they will create wonders and you will be amazed to see and you will that from where they have learned this. So thank you for watching.